name is Anthony Nipper. I'm the president of the Environmental Club. This is one of the places that we toured in order to learn about the plant species and the other vertebrates.
I'm Matthew Sullivan. I am the Public Relations Officer of the Environmental Club. I'm excited to teach people about the local flora of the area.
Yeah, so we put out a bunch of flyers and stuff so that way people around campus can know, hey, there's a plant hike where you could learn about all the edible plants, learn about their medicinal uses, etc. And it was really nice because it was at the fall season, so there was a lot of pretty colors in the trees, riding up the mountain. It was just beautiful. We forgot that because of higher elevation, it's going to be way colder than it was on campus. And here I was wearing short sleeves and shorts. Thankfully, I had blankets in the back of my car, so I looked a little silly. But it was fun.
So we get there and it's really, really cold. We got to see just a beautiful landscape. We got to see all the different landforms, beautiful lake. We learned a lot about which plants were edible, different interesting facts about their uses in medicine.
Common black cohosh is used to treat PMS symptoms and is really medicinally used, and they'll gather the roots and they'll sell it for money. And there's also doll's eye, which looks the exact same without fruits or flowers. And doll's eye is actually poisonous to consume.
Matt was very knowledgeable, showed us about all these different plants. Some of them I've heard before. We talked about sassafras, we talked about wood nettle, we talked about sourwood. I really like sourwood because I like finding things on the trail that I can eat, so that's meaningful to me.
This is a magnolia fruit. They're technically what the fruit used to be. They're the husks. There's little compartments in each one of these that the actual fruit itself used to be in. And the main way you could tell it would be a Fraser would be like the fruit structure is supposed to be different as well. The actual leaves themselves on the Fraser will have like a little earlobe thing at the bottom almost, which looks really cool. If you break this up and smell it, it smells very fruity, very floral. It's a really good smell.
I don't know, I just like how it's very community driven, how we're trying to help the community and teach the community how to be sustainable, teach the community how to love nature. I wish I knew more about sustainability, but we're all learning together.
But right next to me, there's also another plant called witch hazel. You can tell it's witch hazel because it has like almost obtuse serrations, and at the very bottom it has something called the oblique leaf base, which means that they're just an uneven leaf base, and it's not like this, it's just crooked. The bark of this tree, usually when you break it off, you could use it as an astringent, and people use this whenever they're shaving or something to make sure they don't bleed.
I really like the Environmental Club's community just because it's a lot of passionate people. I'm a poli-sci major. These are not things that I know about, but somebody who's passionate about anything is just a very interesting person, and a whole group of those people just makes for a great time.
These guys are going to be parasitic mushrooms, given the fact they're growing on a dead log. Mushrooms are really hard to identify unless it's like one that's just virtually really easy to distinguish, but like there's so many mushrooms, they all look the exact same.
We're hoping to have a pretty big outreach to the local community, including every student on campus, so that way we can teach more people about sustainability, get more people to help volunteer, make a bigger impact in the community.
This area specifically is a little impacted because if you look all up and down, there's going to be random patches of invasive species.
I believe this is Japanese stiltgrass, and I do know that this is indeed invasive. Wind will knock these seeds everywhere, and it will oftentimes, if you see this little guy, you'll see maybe next year hundreds. This is a orb weaver right here. I believe it's an orb weaver. I might be wrong, but look at that guy. You can see it it was doing a little territorial stance almost right there with me. That's insane. That's cool.
I gathered litter and I threw it away after I was done climbing.
Would you like a sticker?
No, I would not like a sticker, but I would like to say that there's a Bud Light can that is no longer in the woods.
Yes.
Recently, we watched Fantastic Fungi. That event was basically sort of like a, hey, we're Environmental Club. This is the kind of stuff we do. This is the kind of stuff we talk about. And there was pretty good turnout. We had some free popcorn as well, because, why not? Who'd say no to free food? It was sort of like a way to peer into the world that we are trying to show everybody.
I'm just really looking forward to all the different events that the Environmental Club has planned. I can't imagine that there will be one that's not enjoyable.
Where else are you going to have people talk to you about upcycling? Where else can you go on these really cool hikes with people that will talk to you about these animals that you can see, these plants and stuff? Where else are you going to get really cool teas that are made out of plants from your backyard? I don't think any other club does stuff like that, So yeah, no, if y'all want to contact us, feel free to reach out. You can find us on Instagram. Our social is UVAY's Environmental Club. You should see the picture of the little green sprout. And yeah, we look forward to hearing from y'all.